Hi everybody, welcome back to Bonsai Down Under. First of all, if you're new here to the channel, please subscribe, or if you want to share it to somebody, that's great. So today, we're just going to carry on with some our young plants again. So just repotting now because we're in spring. All the plants will be warming up now anyway and starting to grow. So today, so what we're going to work on is we're going to work on this hibiscus. I was going to show you the flower up the top here, but it's popped off, and I did use hibiscus, but on the main tag is it's a yellow and black. So maybe later on, maybe when it matures more, it might change, or it could get a variation in the flower colours anyway. So we're going to repot that, get it on its way to be a bonsai. Like I said, this is another young one that I got from a nursery. And we're going to attack this one here is an apple I actually grew from seed. I think it's been about 2 years since I've had this now in this pot from as a seed. Yeah, so I germinated it, and I've got another 3 or 4 that I'm doing, but I'd like to get this one going and make this into more of a larger style bonsai. So we're going to put it in the strainer system, like I showed you in the first video, in these strainers, and then I'm going to put it into a larger pot, which then will go into the ground, and you're going to see over in about in 6 months we'll do a preview on it, an update, and we'll see how it's going in 6 months, and you'll see the difference in the main trunk line and everything. So, but at the moment, the apples are very vigorous with their roots, and they're another one like our Sarissa, what we did in the first video. Apples I've noticed that found roots and all over the place. So what we're going to do is we're going to correct that and get that going in one of those strainers. All right. So first of all, we might attack the hibiscus today. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this out of the pot. I'm not going to actually do too much pruning in it yet. So all I want to do is just have a look at the roots in it and start getting them on the right track, getting them coned out and radial and some of those roots in there that might be going the wrong direction all over the place. So we'll have a look at that and we'll see what it's like. Like I said, it's a nursery plant, so you don't know what to expect with them. But like I said, they're in these black pots, and the roots always tend to go downwards. So we want to start with this, with the strainer. It's going to allow it to shoot outwards more and get that nice radial root pattern happening. All right, so we'll get this out of the pot, and we'll have a look at it first. I'll keep you on video. So we'll have a look at it. I'll take this off here. I like to keep these tags because otherwise my memory is a bit short and I forget what the actual plant is sometimes. So I like to hold on to these tags. Alright, so we'll get this out. It's a nice little poker stick, that one, so we'll keep that. Like I said, that's quite, it doesn't really need that now. Okay, just bear with me and I'll get this out of the pot. Leave me drink out of the way a little bit. Have a little sip of that. Yep. This is actually quite loose in here. Alright, we'll have a little rake out. We'll see what we have going on here. We got a lot of roots going on here. So, yeah, like I said, when you get these nursery plants in these, get them started as bonsai, you want to get them out of these pots and start training those roots to be more radial instead of heading downwards. because it's a common thing in those black pots. So all they want to do is they shoot downwards. It's quite a nice sort of root system we have going on with this. With this hibiscus, it's not too bad. It's not too tangled up. I say it was a cutting. I think it was a cutting. We do have a couple of vigorous roots there that are, we might want to cut them back a little bit. But like I said, I don't really want to do too much with it, so just clean up all that, like the underneath here, and what we'll do is we'll start to train these outwards, and we'll put them, give them a nice sort of spread when we put it inside that pot, so they start shooting outwards more. We want to get rid of all of that underneath there. So anyway, so I'll give this a wash out, and we'll come back and we'll proceed on with this hibiscus. Okay, we'll see you shortly. All right, we're back. Wow, that's very interesting. Yes, we've got a lot of tangling going on here. We've got a lot of feeder roots, but see how they're nice and fine, those feeder roots coming off. But up in here is, oh, see where they come from, that main trunk line, they're sort of all over the show, eh? So we'll have to see if we can try to correct some of that. Get them to, because we don't want that straight off from the root base there. So that's why, well, I think with these apples, you've got to correct them early as possible. Because yeah, it's amazing. What we'll do is we'll rake it out, see what we've got. Got a little nice roots, feeder roots happening there. But we don't know what's happening up here. There's a couple of really, try to rake them out from the top here. Well, that's what's happened is the soil I've had it in it was just a composty type soil. So it's sort of clogged up all up inside there, and that's the thing. And then because the top of these roots are really, really crisscrossed over and everything like that on the top part here, we've got to correct that. That was on a root there. And then we'll just see what's happening here. Okay. This is some crazy. Yeah, these apples are pretty wild. Got a lot of nice feeders coming off here. What we'll do is we're gonna take back some of this stuff here. I think it's a little bit over the show. Yes, I'm glad we've had a look at this apple today, because my gosh, it's pretty wild. Actually, we'll keep that one going that direction. I don't think we can really do much about that one. There's another one here, really quite vigorous too. Yeah, there's a fat one there we might reduce a bit. Okay. Hopefully we'll get something to throw out of that one. There's one here that goes straight down. He's quite fat too. I think I'll try to remove him back. There's that one there too. I think, yeah, what we'll do is we will keep this quite compact now and take this. There's another big one there that needs to come off. Yeah. So I think that's all we'll do on it, because we'll keep all these nice fine fooders here off the main trunk line. That will correct its stuff. There's another one there. It's going a little bit gnarly and going downwards. Take it back from there. Hopefully it'll shoot out a bit better. Yeah, so that we're doing. See, we'll clean that all up underneath there and reduce some of those fat ones now. So they might come get some new feet, some new roots shooting out of those points there now. There's this one here, it's a bit low still, it's still shooting downwards. Trying to get it on a bit of an angle. But anyway, that's all we can do with that one. Now, it's corrected some of the problems anyway. And we'll get that in that strainer now, and we'll get that on its journey. It's new. Yep. That in there. Just a quick clean up. And we'll get that apple in. Put those roots in there. That soil, keep that soil. Righto. What I'll do, like I said, I'll put a little bit of a composty stuff on the bottom of the base of this pot. Only still in training to get those roots to start going in the right direction, what we want. And we want some good drainage here on the top here. So let's throw a bit of this in here. And the bonsai mixing on the top here. And we'll give that a little flip here. A bit of a stir through. There. This is going to go into a bigger one, but we won't put it out there until we get a little bit more growth happening with the roots. Okay. And we'll just sort of spread them out a little bit. Very nice finers there, they're really lovely finer roots there now. So that's what you want, so now that'll build up. And we'll just get this filled up. fairly deep. We don't need to expose anything there, you know. We're still trying to build up that root system now. We'll leave this now. This will stay in this system for about 2 years before we pull it out and have another good look at those roots, I think. Just make sure that the hair is not in it. Okay. Putting the pebbles on the top too sort of stops those weeds and things from penetrating through as much. They still come through, but they're not as vigorous. Putting the pebbles on the top. Because you can always strain them through later. Put them in a strainer. When you repot, you can always recollect your pebbles again. Oh. Okay, what we'll do is we'll put a few pebbles on the top. The good thing about this is the water strains through nice. These aren't, you know, as I said, these have a long way to go yet. A lot of years yet before you can really establish them as putting them in a nice bonsai pot. We're not concerned about that just yet. And it's because, see, that's the thing. It's the journey of it, you know. You just watching it change each year. Watching your plant grow and change, you know, and then eventually, you know, you get a nice radial, some nice root systems happening there where you can expose them on the top of your soil a little bit more as they get older. But like I said, these are only young plants, only starting with them. That's the thing, you've got to start somewhere, and then you've got all these ones that you can watch grow and develop. So with the apple, we're not going to really do much prune on it. I could get a change of direction happening. We got buds that'll form out of here now, because we did reduce that root system back a fair bit. And I really want to maybe just reduce the height of it a little bit. But there is not much leaf on there. It's going to really, it looks like it's really going to start shooting out anyway. More because it'll have a lot of energy there built up over the winter time. But what we'll do is we'll just leave that for now, I think, and let that leave it a couple of weeks. I think I will before I do a prune back sort of thing, just to let those roots regenerate and get settled in and start developing again. So that's the hibiscus and the apple that we did today. Another 2 young plants on their way for their bonsai journey. Yes, and we'll keep you updated with these over the time. We'll give you another update in about another couple of months' time, and we'll see if they're, they've lived. Or if they've haven't missed a beat and kept on going forward. So so thanks everybody who's tuned in and watched today's video. I hope you might have learnt something if you're just starting out with the bonsai hobby, and you might have learnt something today. Take it on board and do what you want to do with it. If you want to share it to somebody, or if you'd like to see more upcoming videos that I will be putting out, try to put one out once a week. So yeah, we've got a lot of I've got a lot of ideas and things coming up. So yeah, subscribe and then you can get the new videos, be notified for the new videos coming up. All right, that's about wraps it up for this one. I'll give you a bit of we'll give a little bit of a close-up with these. A little spin on the turntable as we go out. And all the best, and we'll catch up with you next time on the next video. See you later.